it's Jahar. Welcome back to my channel, to the Richie Reader. So I'm going to be reading a chapter from my book, another snippet of my third Jasmine Perez book this time, the final in the trilogy, Jasmine Perez and the Enchantress. So this is chapter 21, titled Legend. It's not too spoilery because they're talking about the Enchantress for the first time. I think it's the first time. And the Enchantress is in the name, so you know it's pretty important. And because they're trying to find the Enchantress because they think she has the answers to how to defeat Lilac without Jasmine having to kill her because she does not want to have to kill. So yeah. Jasmine had a strange feeling in her gut. It was getting stronger the further they walked down the cave walls. She was walking faster and faster. Ben found it harder to keep up. Before you knew it, she was running. She didn't even realize it. She just knew that there was something here, that they were onto something. When they finally found themselves at the end of the path, they noticed a small table in the center with a crystal ball in it. "What is this?" Jasmine asked. "I have no idea," Ben replied. He touched the clear crystal ball, but nothing happened. He sighed as he pulled his arm back. Jasmine watched it closely, a strange feeling inside her. It was mesmerizing. Jasmine lightly touched the top of it with her finger and felt a tingling feeling across her skin and a swirling feeling inside her soul. Her eyes turned pure white for a moment and then went back to normal. Fog swirled aside the crystal ball as the princess removed her arm. The fog disappeared as they saw the Enchantress. They couldn't see her face, as her back was turned. She had long, wavy brunette hair with blood-red streaks that went to her waist. Part of her hair was tied behind her, as the rest laid against her back. She wore a beautiful golden dress and a golden tiara. A white aura shined around her. Purple magic came out of her hands. She was fighting someone who seemed to be just as powerful as her. But the Enchantress had won, towering over her foe, a woman whose face was hidden behind a red cloak and had magic. "You cannot defeat me, Enchantress," the woman warned. "Yes, I can, but not by murder," Enchantress told her. "I choose to let you live. And why is that?" "Because I am not like you. I will never stop. I am powerful and dangerous. I will end you and destroy everything you hold dear. Not without the one thing you need more than anything else," the Enchantress told her. "And what is that?" Jasmine held out her hand and the image faded. Jasmine was pacing, as Ben was thinking. "What did we just see?" Jasmine asked. "The Enchantress defeating a powerful foe without murder," Ben replied. "But it will not let us see what that was," Jasmine told him. Ben nodded. "I know." Jasmine sighed as she stopped pacing and faced them. "The Enchantress is not here, is she?" "No, but now we do know that she does exist for sure." "Then where is she?" Jasmine asked. "She does not want to be found as of yet," Ben replied. "Not until she is ready." "We failed," Jasmine muttered, her voice cracking. "We did not fail, Jas," Ben told her. "We were supposed to discover how I can defeat Lilac without blood on my hands, and we did not. We were left with a clue. Now it is time that we stop using magic as a back burner and use science. We need to analyze what we found, because inside that crystal ball was the answer. We just need to find it." Jasmine sighed as she calmed down, heart pounding in her chest. "Perhaps you are right. This is your area of expertise. Let us return home, so that I may work on this in my cellar," Ben suggested. "We must be careful. Lila cannot know we were ever here, and she shall not." Jasmine and Ben left the cave, passing through the waterfall once again. "That water's cold," Jasmine commented. Ben smiled. "That makes sense." They both let out a smile, not realizing that they needed it. They crossed through underneath the kingdom and walked through the dark tunnel until they were back in the palace. Ben put the pictures of King Elijah back up to keep the passageway sealed and hidden. "Can you see Lilac?" Jasmine closed her eyes and concentrated. "Yes, she is not in my old bedroom anymore." "Where is she?" The princess focused harder on the wicked sorceress and could see her. She moved down the hall and around a corner. "She's close." She opened her eyes. What do we do?" Ben asked. "Alice's old room is not far," Jasmine replied. "We can teleport to the cottage from there, so we are a safe distance from her." She ran down the hall and she followed. They walked into Alice's old bedroom and locked the door behind them. They both remained quiet and still, not to make any noise at all, as they tried to control their erratic breathing. The princess walked over to the nightstand next to the bed. She picked up a picture frame with a picture of her in it, a younger version of herself. Was that you?" She jumped, not knowing he was right behind her, and sat it back down. Yes. Alice loved you," Ben told her. Jasmine nodded. "I know." She walked over to the open window and felt the wind blow her hair back. Ben picked up a calendar and sat on the nightstand. It had the 1st of December circled several times, as if that day was important. "What is December 1st?" Ben asked. Jasmine turned to face him. "Why?" "It appears to be important to Alice." It was. It was her favorite day of the year," Jasmine told him. "Why?" Ben asked as he put it back down. "Because it is my birthday. My day of birth," Jasmine replied. The wind blew her hair in her face as she removed it. Your birthday? That is 2 days away, Ben told her. I know, but I have not liked my birthday in many years. Why is that? Sighing, Jasmine walked toward him. Alice was the only one who celebrated it. She would give me a present, bake me a cake, put up decorations, buy me a new dress, form a ball that everyone besides my father was forced to attend. She made it special because she was the only one that cared. I'm sorry to hear that. Jasmine shook her head. Do not worry about it. Jas, ready to go home? Jasmine asked, changing the subject. Very much so, Ben replied. She grabbed his hand and they disappeared. Jasmine and Ben reappeared in the woods, about a mile away from the cottage. They immediately made their way toward it in silence. Jasmine looked at her bandaged hand. It still hasn't healed as it probably should have by now. It's from when she punched the mirror, when she was seeing things and having an anxiety attack. She could have healed it with her powers, but she chose not to keep it as a reminder of what she is capable of if she lost control again. Thanks to Alice, she had gotten most control over her magic. She just needs to learn control during her anxiety. She hasn't gotten as many attacks as of late, which is a good sign. She used the thumb of her uninjured hand to squeeze the palm of her injured hand. It hurt, and she could clearly feel the pain coursing through her veins. She does that every so often to remind herself of what's real and what's not, because sometimes at her worst she forgets. What are you doing? She quickly dropped her hands by her side. Nothing. He knew she was lying, but let it go. Letting her come to him when she's ready. Ben simply nodded, and not pressing it any further. She sighed and rolled her eyes, knowing exactly what he's doing, but him doing stuff like that makes it easier for her to talk to him. I hurt myself a while ago. I lost what was real for a moment. I was seeing things, having an anxiety attack, PTSD, whatever you call it, Jasmine explained. So now I use this wound to remind me what is real and what is not, because when I'm at my worst, I tend to forget, thanks to all Lucas did back to me at Yurugotara. You do not need that, Ben told her. You have us. She smiled at him, knowing he was right. She stopped him from going any further and hugged him. He smiled as he returned the hug. After a little more walking, they finally reached the cottage and opened the door, only to gasp at the sight. And that is how the chapter ends. You have to read the book to find out what happens after that. um, but thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. And I will chat with you guys below. And talk to you guys next time.